Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Cloud. In the last part, we did make a little bit of progress right here on the inside of the Sun and Moon Temple. In this part, you may be wondering why you can hear Matataki's music and why I'm on the world map. Well, for starters, look at the position of Muscka Racka and the Sun and Moon Temple. It's south of Matataki. Uh-huh. Now you know why it doesn't rain there anymore. Because, this place gets all the rain. Yeah. That makes perfect sense, right? Not really. Because I made that up on the fly. Anyway. Just as I cut off at the last part, you guys missed this. Now, I'm going to admit, I do kind of have a thing for somewhat tribal-themed tunes, but I'm not going to lie, I do like this. I don't know, it just feels like that this village is a warrior's village. Anyway, proceed onward to the Sun and Moon Temple. Oh. And I did knock myself out and look at the weapon guide, and yes, I do want to build up to the 7-branch sword. This would actually be a brave arc, which would build up if I were to keep that Shamshir, and besides, they went to the same thing. I'm just going to spoil it right now. It'll build up to a sword called Dark Cloud, and that will build up to a sword called 7th Heaven, which is the last weapon in its series. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go the opposite path, because as you imagine, this would be like the Sword of Darkness, Evil, which is the one I went for like the first time. And instead, I'm going to go down this path and build the Sword of Holiness or Light. So, build up to the 7th branch sword. The 7th branch. And now we have a slightly duller looking sword, but it's still pretty cool all the same. And now we only have one way to build up, and that requires attack, magic power, every element, as well as Dino and Mimic Breaker. Shouldn't be hard since we have 3 slots to fill up with gems. So, this won't be too difficult, now will it? Granted though, it might. It all depends. Still, 7-branch sword only has steel. And, this is by no means, a useful weapon in this dungeon, so we will not use that. We probably will actually have to go back to Dron's Cavern or use 5 power powers. I have plenty of those, and I've been getting lucky finding them, like, all the time. Anyway, I just thought I'd let you guys listen to music for a little bit. And go through here one more time. Seeing as for the shipwreck, I only went through its initial area once. Besides, I do like the Sun and Moon Temple a little bit. I've got a thing for ancient-looking buildings. They just intrigue me. Anyway, on to level 2. You can see they're called levels and not floors here. Anyway, now we're swinging around the 7-branch sword, which I actually do believe has a place in Japanese mythology. I just don't know the specifics. Anyway, let's get this over with. Chibubu's house. Okay. Anyway, now this is a new enemy, bomberheads. They are not fun to fight. Because if you kill them, they explode. Evidently, somebody was getting a little too crazy with their experiments. No. Don't eat the poison, thank you. But, other than the fact that bomberheads are slightly annoying, they're pretty easy to kill. And I think they're weak against fire. Just a guess. Either way. Tasty water. And let's go down this way. That way. And take a loop-de-loop. I don't know why I did that. I just felt like, for the moment, I didn't have anything else to say, and I just needed something as comic relief, so. Okay, if you do it just right, you can kill the bomberhead without getting hit in the explosion. Just like how if the chest trap is explosion, you can run away from it before it explodes on you. But again, that's kind of a timing thing. Actually, there's no water on this floor either. Jeez, Nagita. Actually, yes, there is. I'm being daft. It's actually just a very... Is it? Yeah, I think so. That's just a really tiny water source that's very hard to see on the map. Keep getting blown up, but thanks to Mr. Nathan's defense, it's not doing as much damage as it would. Mining. You would think that you wouldn't be able to fish here, but actually the oasis is a fishing spot, so... There you have it. Ow! Wow, my neck. The attacks will knock you back like a freight train, but they hit like a brick. That was just lightly tossed at you and missed your head by like 50 meters. Nah, kidding. I don't know where I was going with that. I was trying to make something of it. Wait, this is a Zhao Gap. Excuse me. I've got people that have water drinking. That's it. That's just a tiny little water source. Well, I suppose that's not to be a big surprise. It really isn't. But I mean, it's just weird all the same how there's like any water in here. I mean, where's it coming from? At this point, it should be evaporated, considering this temple is so ancient. Well, either way, this is just right there. It's kind of hard to find these chests because they kind of blend with the floor. Standard powder. Back here, open this chest, which has that crystal. I can see the rest of the Atlas stuff. I was trying to say stuff and such at the same time. It came out as stutch. Interesting. I developed another word. Across the gap. And I'll just kill you range. I don't feel like using fate with a bomb. And there's the King's Crest. King's Slate. I'm just probably gonna call it the King's Crest because, well, let's be honest, there's probably a picture of a king on there. Odds and ends? I wonder who has the odds and ends. Antidote drink. That'll be useful if we get stung by a phantom. And 2 more Atlas. A couple more enemies. 7-branch sword's abs are full. There we go. I'm not too concerned about upgrading the 7-branch sword yet, because of all the elements I need to get. Brooks House. So, all in all, I'm going to need, like, sapphires, garnets, all these things. The treasure key, but there's, like, no use for it anymore. I don't use them to open chests. See, I have the Marngarian for that, and I can't sell them. Totem pole head 3. So, what am I supposed to do with the treasure chest key? I can't just trash it. It's, like, completely useless. I guess I don't have a choice. It's, like, the only thing I can do, unless I want to plop it in storage in case I start running low on money. The best idea at this point. Rather than just trashing everything, just start throwing them in storage, whatever's the most valuable. Further? To the next floor. And we're now on level 3. Nothing special about this floor. There won't be another special ailment to the floors until like level 5, I think. Oh, Mimic. See? These are fun to fight. Because as you'd imagine, because they're made of stone, they're gonna break your sword really fast. No, wait, Kingsley. Though not actually. I'm just saying, like, that's probably what would happen. Oh, either way. Switch to Zhao and start giving hard shooters some abs. So go down this way. Right, take a left. Actually, missed the chest. Normally, I would be able to see the chest because they stick out like sore thumbs, but in this dungeon, not so much. Okay, yeah, that's fair. You can slide while guarding. Ah, another Drown's Feather. Let's repair this hard shooter before we accidentally break it. Not building up to the double impact. Building it up to something else. Oh, well that's fun. Stay down. Oh, mimic after mimic after mimic. Come on. There we Go. Yeah, at this point, undead really like to just rise up after you kill them. Is this gonna be bad? It was sort of bad. Not too bad. Kill this phantom. Kill this bomber head. And he blew up. Okay, one of these chests has got to be Mimic. Bomb? Jeez. How many bombs does this civilization have? That's pretty nuts. Okay, got some repair powder. I was right, there was just a Mimic in here. Granted, though, again, that's just lucky guessing. Bomber head. Another source of water, even. That's useful. Ah, Mimic! Go away! I don't like you. Go. Go ahead and open this chest. Ah, here's the map. Yeah, it's pretty useful. We still don't have the background item, which can only be received from chests in this dungeon, so... Atla. Get at it real quick. And we get Devia. Okay. Jump on that. Ah, Drown's feather broke. Use another one, considering that Mimic was nice enough to drop one. And just keep going. Alright, judging by the fact that we haven't found a key yet, this is, yes, the Goro pressure plate. I'm going to slam the brick down. This is me! That was an interesting name I gave it. It's a Goro pressure plate. I'm going to slam the brick down door, apparently. That's what I'm going to call it from now on. Very interesting name. Alright. What do we got here? Just some speed. It's so frustrating. I don't have a use for any of these now. Except for, like, minor stat increases. Okay, prisoner cabin. These people have a jail. Open this up. Get another mini totem pole. Get down here. We'll get into why we're getting so many mini totem poles here as soon as we start rebuilding the village. It's actually kind of annoying and pretty much requires you to have the setup in like only one way. Unless you can get like creative with it. But other than that, it's pretty hard. Come here. Oh, come on. You were out of guard. Drop money, which is like no use for me. Unless it's actually... No, it's not actually increasing my funds. I'm going to be stuck at 65, 35 for quite a while. Okay, Chibubu? Did I get a Chibubu? Or is that somebody else? Chibubu, Nagito, Devia. Oh, we got Chibubu's house. That's what we got. Okay. That's what got... Okay. Destroying things in cabin. That's what that is. Sorry to climb the higher places. That would be stairs. We don't have that. Brooks' house. And each family. Now, it says an amulet, but it's actually this thing. Don't ask me why. He's got... Actually, he has... Yes, he has hay. At least, I think that's hay. Hope I'm wrong. And then, middle child of 3 sisters. The Belle of Muscka, but mean, eldest. Don't have the prisoner yet. The oasis has 3 trees. And yeah, see, the road really is just kind of like a dug-up bit of land. Mimic. Again, we should really be working on the Heartshear's app. Okay, stop it. Thank you. Go over here, open this chest. Have a wind gem. As I've said time and time again, it's a gem, but it's not the gem I want. Get more repair powder. Useful considering I need to repair the weapon now. gotta admit, it's not very strong here, but that's probably because of its low attack power. Which can be fixed. But we're going to need gems for that, really. Or we could just status break a bunch of weapons, but that's no fun. Okay, what's this? Bomb? Of course it is. It's a little chest. Get a magical crystal. And now we can go ahead and exit this dungeon. Well, this dungeon floor, because, yeah, we're not running up on 30 minutes yet. Yeah, go ahead and refill everybody on the water. I think it's just me, but I feel like in this dungeon and then the dungeons afterwards, the water meter tends to drop really quick. But I think that's just me. Well, either way, we got the King's Crest Slate, whatever I'm going to be calling it. Let's go ahead and toss it in. And go further. And to the next floor. And now we get some intermission between each floor. Oh, and these cutscenes will pretty much always be at night. Come on, Ungaga, what's happened to you? I heard that Ungaga is the strongest warrior in the whole Muscka Desert. Maybe he used to be, but not anymore. He failed to protect the village. He's no longer a warrior. He's weak now. You know what? Being strong being strong on the battlefield and being truly strong as a person are not the same, are they now? What do you think of Nathan, the one who was with me? What do I think? I don't understand. I sense something very strong from that person, like a will, a power deep within him, in his heart. I don't know exactly what it is. Yes, Nathan is strong. I am weak. Oh boy. Well, that didn't solve anything. Anyway, back to the Sun and Moon Temple. Well, I've run out of things to say officially, so... Oh. Reduce after we can't switch out. That's not a problem, considering that the 7-branch sword is full on as, but we can't do anything with it yet. Much as I'd like to, we can't. But the next sword will probably blow you away. Ow! God damn it, really? Yep. I knew that another drink was going to come in handy. Okay, stop it. Now what? Oh, I missed! Fine. That's what I say. Probably will never use that again. Alright, let's go ahead and drink this up. Might as well use this. I don't really have any use for it other than drinking. That's too many bombs. I need to start throwing them away. The Wind Gem will be somewhat valuable. So the Minen, the Treasure Key. I'll go ahead and keep the sword. The Minen primarily for fishing. There we go. Okay. How do I keep missing? Okay, that's not fair. If he can't get hit mid-attack. Freaking Phantom. Ah, well, let's just keep going. And... the Phantom. I wish I were beating some new enemies so I could talk about them. Stop it. I don't care if I can dodge you. I want to kill you faster, and you don't let that... Okay. Now, that's the backroom item. Well, the backroom key. It's a stone key. Whoops. My bad. Curse. Got another bone slingshot. Ah! What do we have here? Have Totem pulling. Which is actually what we're going to be using all those, like, totem pole heads. Not like the little ones, but the parts. Anyway, kill Bop. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm not frustrated yet, except with the phantoms. No, he's getting on my nerves. Well, I'll try to ignore him, but expect maybe a little shouting. That's what I'm saying. Not everybody has the patience to deal with birds like this, so. Anyway, let's just go. Magical crystal. That'll be useful for the back room. See you again. Yes, everybody's happy. I choose the big box. Bone repair. Thank you. Okay, mimic. And down to the counter. 6 damage. That's not bad. Okay, we can ignore the rest of the enemies now. I need to repair this. And then... don't need to repair you yet. Not you. You're a half repair. Okay. Let's go ahead and ransack the rest of the chests and the Atla. And then after that, we'll go to the back room. Quickly. And you may be interested to see how we get to the back room, because, well, we're not just going to walk there. Every time we've gone to the back room, something or someone has transported us. Oh, wait, what? Oh, no, my bad. Stone key is not the back room item. It's actually this item. I am disappointed. Well, we'll see if we can find it still, but... mini totem pole? Let's see. Treasure map? Treasure map? I wish. Water. This should be the... well, yeah, it is the last Atla according to the map. Tree? Wait. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say tree in the desert! Bunch of fruits. Goes to this place. And then the totem pole requires the second and then the third hit. And then it's complete. Now, totem pole A, you can see that the totem poles have shape, like certain heads. They will correspond to each house. And then each house will have a second requirement. Then they're starting to throw things at you. It's not fun. I mean, now we're starting to get forced on how we customize the place, and I don't like that. Okay. Phantom. There we go. Honestly, all the racket coming from the birds isn't really helping my... but I will try to stay as the friendly Let's Player as much as I can. And then we'll see how long that lasts. Just go ahead and get some water for everybody. Then... I don't know. We got enough time to go do another floor. Past that, we're going to have to leave the dungeon temporarily again. And then I will be off-screening a lot of backroom grinding. I mean, with all this money, I don't have anything else for it. I mean, might as well just go to the backrooms until I can buy gems, because at this point, I could buy 21 gems, and that's very useful. But, I mean, that's a lot of money to be spending. Ah, Goro specific floor. Thankfully, though, his speed's alright. Mysterious Force, yada, I get it. Maybe we can see him burn these things. Granted, though, it takes 2 hits rather than 1, which is a small disappointment. Hidden chests, I mean, it would be easy if they were, like, colored differently than the floor. No, and now we have a golem. Yeah, that's gonna be fun fighting with Goro. Stone key. Thankfully, though, Goro does have quite a bit of rock breaker. Whoop! And quite a bit of defense, too, so he'll be okay. Hit. Back off. Yeah. They're really slow, and thanks to Goro's X, pump with energy. That's useful. There are a lot of chests in this room. I don't know why. If I can find them. That's why. Bam! Oh, Goro's Mimic Breaker. How I do envy thee. Okay, map. There's a back room, but I doubt we'll get a back room key. Okay. And... go. And, well, this is a Goro hit. I forgot what I called it now. It's disappointing. Oh, it happened. Oh, no longer pumping energy. Probably solved it if I had stamina drink. That's not a problem, due to the immense amount of Mimic Breaker on this axe. This is some ice. There's not gonna be much use here. Whoa, okay. They may be slow, but sometimes they attack fast, kind of like the statues. It's really weird. Because you know they shouldn't be doing that. And it's probably not a glitch in the code. Okay, endurance plus 1. It'd be useful if I could sell it. Curse amulet. Okay, I'm just getting hit with Goro now. Maybe on purpose. I'm not quite sure myself. Come on. One more hit. Oh, I missed it even. That faded away. I don't get it. Anyway. Come on. Come on. There we go. Ah, there's the King Slate. Now we don't have to fight anything else if we don't want to, and... well... I should have been grinding the Big Buck's hammer or something. But... no, well, can't be helped. Besides, they're pretty weak, and it probably wouldn't do me much good to just be swinging them around. No, actually, I need to go the other way, but... should, just to see if there are any chests that way. Yeah, in comparison, Goro's weapon, despite having the highest attack, is now by far the weakest. Because of the lack of magic power it has. Away. Just go see what's this away. And actually, I've been relying pretty heavily on my map just to find chests, because... well, I can't really trust my eyes because of the fact that I can't really see them. I think it's because they blend in with the floor so well, but it's probably because I'm half blind. That and the minimap has no help. Chicken? Another golem. Mimic. How much attack damage is? That's okay. It's the magical hammer that would do a lot. Which should probably be broken down and put on this axe because it has fire on it. It actually do well on the rest of the stats. I'll probably grind that up next. If not, then I'll probably find a use for all those power powders, despite it being a waste. I mean, what else am I going to use those power powders for? I mean, seriously. There's not much use for those as of right now. Let's equip it. Looks weird. Yeah, Goro's going to be swinging a heck of a lot slower. Granted, though, it's not that bad. It does do a lot of damage. It would be useful if attached to the axe. Okay, come here. Oh, no, that's not fair. There we go. We'll go ahead and grind this for a little bit. Granted, though, it's going to be painful because of how slow he's going to swing it. Whoa, buddy! Okay, it looks like it's going to take more than 5 hits. Probably 6. Okay. Mimic? Mimic is annoying. Come here. Yep, 6 hits. Granted, though, he's going to give me a lot of abs. Actually, any enemy in this dungeon will give you a lot of abs, because at this point, a weapon will have about as close to 100 abs as could possibly be. So these enemies are going to be dropping about 10 abs per. Granted, that all depends on which floor you're on and what enemies you're fighting, because each one that drops it, well, gives a different amount of abs. One more hit, and down. Okay. Now we just need to fix this thing. I don't want this thing using auto repair powder if it's going to be another one of those weapons. Or I just break it down and attach it to the one weapon that will be built up to the ultimate weapon for that character. Granted, though, if I have to explain, as I said, with the Desac, it builds up. It also builds up into the Brave Arc and the Dark Cloud, and then into the Seventh Heaven. That is only like 1 of 5 ultimate weapons for Tone. Every other character has 2 ultimate weapons. But basically, you just get a choice at which ultimate weapon you want for each character, which is it's very nice. Let's go further. Among the ultimate weapons, and this will kind of spoil which one I'll be building to if you're looking at a guide, but for Tone, there is the Seventh Heaven, as I've mentioned. There is the Sword of Zeus. The Martingarian Sword will also build up, and then there are 2 more that I'm not going to divulge into because both of them are basically Tone's, like, what people would consider ultimate weapons. Anyway, what's going on, Muscka? Feeling better? Muscka, weak. Nathan, strong. No, you're not. Muscka is in bad shape. I'll have to talk... Yeah, we know. Well, either way, I've got both my own time and a lot of money, so expect to find me in the shipwreck. Anyway, let's go ahead and kind of show what these houses look like. Here's Jabubu's house. We're not going to build them in any specific way yet because of the fact that the totem poles are really going to switch up how you build them. And that makes it really annoying. So I'm basically just going to throw them out and everything and just let them sit there until I know where I have to place each one. Because, like, basically the face of the totem pole has to be facing towards the house of the mini totem pole, and the same goes for the mini totem's face towards the totem pole. So it's confused. Oh, we actually have some actual palm trees, which I kind of wonder, how are they growing out in the middle of a desert? Well, either way, here, see? And the way these totem poles are set up is, if you look, like, there's one face, there's another face, and then there's the top face. Now, if we were to go ahead and examine, like, the totem poles on each place, like, see, the prisoner's hut's totem right in front? You see it's this spider thing, and that's on the top of the current totem pole we have. Well, the X on that spider has to be facing the X on the totem pole. And as you'd imagine, that gets quite annoying, and once we get the prisoner and the ability to climb up there, and talk to him, he'll say he'll want to face the rising sun. Now, that's just darn annoying, because that means you have to rotate this thing, and then rotate all the people's houses around it to accommodate for that, if you want to get 100%. I don't get why they did that. I mean, sure, these people are tribal and everything, but still, I just find that a bit mean. Well, either way, this house is currently empty, but I'm looting it for goodies. Like you do in every RPG. But I mean, let's find out what Jabubu wants. Actually, we can't get in his house because we don't have stairs. So if he's in there, we're SOL. And he's not in there, thankfully. This is Jabubu. Well, I've never seen you before. Aha! I see. It's you, the boy I hear about stirring things up. My name is Jabubu. Pleased to meet you. Pleasure to meet you. And see, any request for building Muscka Racka? Nothing in particular. Oh, just keep the custom of the Pole Guardian. Ask the chief about the details. See, this guy's not too picky. He only has one requirement. If he has... Well, once we get the mini totem pole. What else do you need from him? Can you place the hay on the roof on the house? Oh, and don't forget the totem. See, every house will have this. Every house, even Muscka's house has one, will have a mini totem pole. And you also have to accommodate Muscka's house for this whole mess. It's not fun. Really, it isn't. But either way, here are the 4 totems we have. Here's this thing with, like, crazy blue hair. Ungaga's like a thing with a bone through its nose. And then if we go over here, this thing's got like short yellow hair and fangs, which is not on that totem. And then there's the prisoners thing, which has this spider with an X on it. Which is just, you know, that's basically it with this village. It's annoying, and there's like only like a couple of ways you can build the village then. And the next area is like a bit more annoying because there's literally only one way that you can build it. Granted, though, I won't necessarily say it's a village, but we'll get over that hurdle when we get to it. Either way, I'm going to cut the part off right here. So in the next part, we will delve deeper into the Sun and Moon Temple, as we've done with the shipwreck for like the past 5 parts before. Never mind. But yeah. So until then.